Hello. In today's video, we're going to go over how to check water for hardness, and we're going to do it a couple different ways. We're going to use a Tds meter, and we're also going to use a hardness kit. Now, before we get started, it's important to know the reason why you check for hardness. If you have a piece of equipment that has a tank heater or a hot water tank or a boiler or anything like that, minerals can build up into the tank and then cause you all kinds of trouble with leaking valves and just clogged openings and different things like that. To take a tank apart and descale it is a lengthy process, and it costs a lot of money because it takes a lot of time. So to avoid that, you want to put water filtration on the equipment to protect it against all the scale buildup. One important thing to know is most of the combination filters out there use what's called polyphosphate. The polyphosphate gets into the water and it coats the minerals, so the minerals can't stick together or to other things. So it doesn't take the minerals out of the water, it just coats them and lets them flow on through. If the water is over 18 grains of hardness, then those filters are ineffective. They don't even help a little bit. They don't work at all. There's just too many minerals in the water for the polyphosphate to get into the water and coat the minerals. So in that case, if it was above 18 grains of hardness, you'll want to look at a different system, an RO system or a water softening system or something like that. So we're going to start off with using the Tds meter. It's very straightforward. We're just going to pour a little water sample here. Take the cover off, and there's a couple of electrodes down in here. So we'll turn it on and drop it into the water and look for our reading. Now, I'm going to turn this to try to get it on the camera. There we go, 124, 124. So 124 TDS, total dissolved solids. That's one way to check the hardness of the water. Off. Okay. The other way is to use this Hardness Test Kit. This is the one that I happen to have here. There are different kits on the market for testing pools and things like that. So we have a mixing bottle here. We have the powder agent, and we have some liquid with a dropper on the top. We have this little tube is a measuring device, so we get an even sample of water for the mixing, and we have a small spoon that's going to measure out some of these crystals here. So I'm going to start off by filling our tube here to get a measured test amount of water. And next, we'll put in our crystals, and this has to be stirred really completely. Make sure there's not any little granules left at the bottom. It has to be all dissolved into the water sample for it to be accurate. Okay, so now you might notice it's sort of a pinkish color, pinkish purple color here. So then we're going to start adding in our drops here. So I'm just going to unscrew this and get our dropper full. And when you do this, you'll count the number of drops into there before it changes color. It's going to change to a blue color. So we'll start off with a few drops. 1, 2, 3. And shake it around. It's still purple. 4, 5. Shake it around. It's still purple. 6. And it's starting to turn color now. Okay, there it goes. Change color. So this water sample is 6 grains of hardness. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for joining us.